The greatest pop star in history also did some inner practices, some manifestation practices. I've gotten this from the movie Michael. Let's look at Michael Jackson's manifestation journey. So the very first one is something that his mother told him when he was very young and conditioned him to think the following. She said, "You have a special light. Let your light shine onto the world." So this was an early conditioning that he got, that he had a special light and he can let that light shine onto the world. Now, most of us, many of you, may have parents who did say wonderful things like that to you when you were a kid. But if you didn't, you can be your own parent and say the same things to yourself. I have a special light and I can let my light shine onto the world. Feels good, right? The second one is when Michael Jackson was recording his work, he would do these self-affirmations in the studio. And the self-affirmations were, "You're confident, you're strong, you're the greatest of all time." You're confident, you're strong, you're the greatest of all time. So he would repeat that to himself before he recorded his music. Let's take the third one. He had affirmations posted all over his mirror. So when he would look at the mirror, he would also see those affirmations. One affirmation that I did see on the posted was, "Everything you want is on the other side of fear," which is really powerful. It makes you say, hey, let's just go for it, as opposed to I'm too scared to do it. Fourth one, he followed his own path. His father wanted him to do one thing, be with the Jackson brothers, the Jackson 5, but he wanted to do his own thing. So following your bliss, following your highest excitement, following your own calling versus doing what everybody else is telling you to do. So he followed that light. When you act, even Bashar talks about this, when you act on your highest excitement, it will snowball and bring you to your highest life. So acting on your inspiration, acting on your excitement versus what everyone else is telling you to do. Next one was a passion for his craft and inspired ideas. So one thing we saw about Michael is that he loved his craft. He was, even when he, this is common of course with creatives generally, is even when you're in bed, you're thinking about the ideas, the songs. He's living it. It's his passion. It's his life. The easiest way to say it is he's literally being his spirit. He's living in his spirit, allowing the music to come through, just basically passionate about what he's doing versus doing something he doesn't want to do. So passion was a big part of creating a wonderful legacy. Next one, he had written in his book, "Be Free to Create." So be free to create is again very similar to just allowing yourself, opening your mind to create what you can instead of holding back. It's very interesting for artists generally. Many artists, I've been through this myself, is when you're creating, there's also an evaluator behind you who's with a notebook and saying, "Oh, is this good enough? Will people accept this? But what if they don't like it?" Stop the evaluator and just freely create. Don't be afraid to create. This is a beautiful one. So clear vision, what it would look like for him to be at the top, for his albums to be at the top, for his singles to be at the top, for him to have sold out crowds, sold out stadiums, even crowds gathering around him when he is standing on top of a taxi in New York City. All of that was visioned. It was created in his mind first, which is so powerful. And he had the belief, and he says it also. He says, "And if I can see it, I can do it." This is a dialogue. This is directly quoting from the movie. He says, "I could see it. I could see the vision. And if I can see it, I can do it." So when the world tells you something is impossible, does not mean it is actually impossible. If you can see it, you can do it. That's powerful. Another one is channeling. So this is the dialogue a lot of people remember, is he is on the pool and he's relaxing and his brother's asking him, "Michael, what are you doing?" And he says, "I'm channeling. I'm here receiving the inspired ideas for these songs from God, because if I'm not here receiving them, God might give these songs to Prince." Of course, Prince had a different style of music, but you get my point. So at this point, channeling is allowing for inspired ideas to come as opposed to you intellectually forcing your way into getting the ideas or pushing yourself out there when you're not coming from alignment, you're coming from force and fear. So this was a relaxed state of receiving inspired ideas so he could act on the inspiration and create his greatest hits, which I think is very powerful. One of the things that you can see here is he was asked by his father, not asked, but kind of almost forced by his father to do a tour with his brothers, Jackson 5, and they had to do an ad for Pepsi. Now, he didn't want to do that. He was blackmailed into doing that. Because he didn't want to do that, look what happened on the day of the shoot, the Pepsi shoot, is his hair caught on fire. And it burnt him so deeply that the nerves were exposed and he almost died. So when we are forcing ourselves and doing something we don't want to do, that resistance can manifest as a lot of conflict, a lot of obstacles. So as opposed to that, do more of what you're inspired to do instead of forcing yourself to do things just because other people are forcing you to do it. I think that's a powerful lesson here as well. So there's quite a lot more lessons that I personally took in my own journey, but this video is majorly for the manifestation part of it. So if you found any of these powerful and you resonated with them, take them, put them in your backpack, practice them, and you may experience magical stuff in your own life. Let me know if this video was helpful for you. And if anybody here likes to practice inner work, these micro habits, every Monday 7 a.m. I put out a micro habit in a video form that you can practice on yourself the whole week. Just practice that habit and it creates so many internal changes. If you want access to that, check out my membership. It's called the Synchro Tribe. You get micro habits every Monday for 7 a.m. that you can do throughout the week. It's a new one every Monday, plus 10 courses of mine. You also get access to daily messages, channel messages that you can live your day by. And of course, there is the class coming up. We have at the end of every month, we have a class. Next one is on alignment to money. If that's something you're interested in, come check out our membership below. It's called the Synchro Tribe. And with that, I end for today. What was the lesson that you took back? Let me know in the comments, and please comment. If there's nothing you want to say, but you can give me a heart just to know that you and me have connected, please give me a heart. I'd love to see it. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in another video. Namaste.